dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. And Lambo now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep, Deontay Harris. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. I want to take that course.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. Lambo on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. K'Lavon Chaisson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Throwing now is Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over to the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On second down, a run with Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Again, it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Carlos Basham able to make the play defensively.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Block it, block it.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup there on the run.
I can't help but laugh. And the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting starters carries.
That's what he's thinking. Great carry there. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Moss will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
He's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see them drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete there to Thomas.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Check 15, check 15. Hey, Sam off.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Open man right side is Shark. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Here's Lawrence. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. This from 54 yards away.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. We got
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we doing?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On play action, Allen. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Well, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Here's Allen. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Malik McDowell providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On first down, Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Buying time to his left. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Lawrence will throw.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll drop this one off with ETN. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Lawrence going to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
2nd down and 5. Now Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen now on 1st down. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Allen again.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. $35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
He gets it left side to Johnson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Three yards remain for 2nd down.
Allen now looks to throw. Being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field and decide you're going for it and not realize.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
K'Lavon Chaisson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Touchdown! Dawson Knox with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
This time, the extra point up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he'll find Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard.
And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll run the screen with Hubbard.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. It's taken to the 26. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Throwing again on second down. Allen.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here comes a big one as this crowd gets out making some noise. It's third and short. Throwing now is Allen. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense here. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Allen sliding out of the pocket. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. To the air, Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll get the lead down to 5.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Lawrence's throw complete there to Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Lawrence. And that's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Second down and 3. Now a give to Breida. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gun check time on both sides. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw, it's Allen.
forced out to his left.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play here for Buffalo. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They run it with Breida. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And you just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll look to throw. Connected with Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Again, it's Johnson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Back to throw.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that.